Hi, welcome back to my channel, Joy in Life. I'm really excited to share this review with you. I will be doing swatch and review today for this SoHo set and unboxing as well because I haven't opened it yet. I have received it for a while, but I was really busy with life on other things, so I didn't get a chance to play with it. So I'm really excited to do it with you today. So as a lot of you know, SoHo is basically, I feel like it's a brand for Jerry's Art Marima. So, and it's just like you can just get it there. And according to the website, the pen set, this is a 36 color pen set, easy lift. This is exclusively sold on there, and also the pigment formulation is different than the tube. I don't have the tube set, so I don't know. I can't say anything about it. So I was a little concerned about the night fastness and all that. But because I sell my art, but if you don't sell your art, or if you're doing it for a sketchbook or whatever, you don't really have to worry about it. This is out last year, and they are still waiting for the test reveal to be back, because it takes some time for anyone to reveal the light fastness to see if it has to be under the sun for a while or under the light for a while, to see how it goes. So we will be waiting for that, but this set is super affordable. It's 36 color, and I believe it's full pen sets. Because the pen is much bigger than the usual one. I have to wait till I open it to tell you. But if that is the case, it's like a really value set, because I just checked online. I think it's on sale for $22.99 at the moment, and it's super sale. So if you want to get it, get it. Okay, so let's do the unboxing here. You can see that there's a metal tin in there. It's really easy to open. As you can see, it's really easy to open. So let me just open it. So it comes with this plastic wrap, and then there's like a paper cover for that. And then here, oh, it's nice. Okay, there's some color on here. I don't know why, but overall the condition is good. It has the logo, SoHo Urban Artist here, and it's a navy blue, or maybe a little, like, I don't know, maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's my room, because my wall is red in color. I see a little purple on here, so I'm not sure. So let's open it together. Ta-da! Okay, so this pen set is a little bit different than other that I have, because usually they are attached, but this one you can totally take it off. And there are 3 mixing wells in here, and this is really cool. Like, it's just to separate the color and keep them in place. And I got a feeling that they will move around. Oh no, actually there is a plastic container down below. So you don't have to worry about if you can see it here. It is here. So it won't move around too much if you take the whole thing, but I would still suggest, if you want, you can totally take some magnets to glue them down, or do something about it if you want, but you don't have to. It's not a must. I can see that there is the color, there's like a dent here, which is not too bad, and given the price, I don't mind too much. And it's wonderful that there are 5 metallic colors here. So we'll see if it is good. Maybe I can even I don't have the black color paper here yet, but maybe I will attach some pictures at the end of the video if I test it out that way, because for metallic colors, that will show you how good the quality is it really showing in dark surfaces and all that. So without further ado, let's just try it out. And it is a full pen. I can show you the comparison with a regular half pen. So here is a regular half pen. So it is a full pen. And it's a really good value because you don't even pay $1 per pen. And the color looks pretty vibrant so far and really bright. It may not be you know, good for your taste, but it is good to play with at least, right? So I'm not going to use the mixing wells, so I'm going to put this aside. I am just going to put some water on there. It's supposed to be, because it's easy lift, so what it means is that it can be wet really easily, and it can be lifted on, I guess, from your watercolor paper really easily. So if you have seen my other review for watercolors, you know that I usually, when I get a new set, I always cut my you know, the size of watercolor paper, and I put all the information up there so it's easy for me to reference to if I need to. I have a binder with all those watercolors that I have on there, and so then I can compare it even if I want to see which you know, even the same color, like which blend I want to use, then I can do it that way. Okay, so let's try it out. I think I get the information from the website on you know, all the colors, and I believe they are in order. So let me double check. It seems like it is, you know, at least from eyeballing. Maybe I can just lift up some of them to see. So this is like, they have the number down here, so that is a good thing if you know you're curious about that. I guess this is number 6, and you can see that, you know, it's really full, and that's why it gets onto my hand. So yep, so it seems like it is in order, so I will just go ahead and do it. So let me open my water. Those two are really cute bottle from something that I ate, and then I got this bottle, and they're so cute. I don't want to throw them out, so I use them for my watercolor. And as you know, usually we have 2 bottles. One is for washing your brush, and then the other one is basically for you to just get some clean water. One thing that I forgot is some clean cloth, so then I can wipe my brush against it. So I will be back in just a second. Hi, I'm back. As you can see, the cloth is here, so we can start. I'm probably going to split this video up after maybe swatching the first 2 colors, just so that I can tell you what I feel, how I feel about the color when I first swatch it. So usually how I do it is I get a lot of color. If I don't feel like I have enough color, I'll try to get more on the top, because I want to see if the line will show, so that I can tell how transparent the color is. There's not much the information about this watercolor, so I want to even test it out even more on that. And then what I do is I just add water as I go, so I would know how much color is there, and also if I want it to be a little bit lighter, if I add more water, what will happen. So I won't wash the brush, but I'll just keep adding water. Okay, so not bad. This is the first color, and I'm using Da Vinci Cosmo Top Mix 8. It's a size 8 brush. So it seems like I used a lot of water. Okay. So usually what I do is after I swatch it, I'll just put it on the side to dry. So that I can put them together. You don't want to pile them together right at the beginning, or it will be really messy. All right, so let's try the second color here. Get some clean water. I feel like it does re-wet pretty easily, but and the color payoff is not bad. The first one, I guess, like it is because it's lemon yellow, and usually for lemon yellow you don't really get a really dark color that you can easily see and all that, so that's a little bit different. All right, so from here on I'm going to speed the video up so you won't have to watch as long for me to swatch all the colors, but you can still enjoy the process of swatching it with me. I hope I didn't make the mistake before, like for the first two, because I always forget to take a look at where the camera is. And but I will do better from now on. All right, I promise. Or maybe before we even spread it out, maybe we can talk a little bit, chit chat a little bit. I know that you know, there are a lot of uncertainties at the moment, and for parents whose children are going back to school, there are like decisions to make and all that, and it's not easy even for us to return to work and to in the office and all that. It is like really hard. It's no easy choice, especially when we don't really know what is going to happen. It's really hard for us to foresee. But I guess, you know, there are a lot of things in life that we cannot control. Because I'm a Christian, I guess I'm really lucky that I can just leave the burden to God and just pray for it. And then I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm still really anxious about a lot of things, but at least that is a little bit easier to bear. All right, so I'm really going to speed up the video from here. there's one thing that I actually forgot that I have to do is that usually what I do is I follow the tutorial on one of the artists, and I had linked her tutorial before as well. So what she does is actually, I think, is a really good idea, and that is why I used her system to have like all those swatches out, is to have another layer of color on the side, so you can see when you are layering colors and not just one layer, what it will look like when you layer it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that from the first color. As you can see, it's just to the side and just like a section of it. That's all. So you can see that's pretty, right? Pretty. So I have to put aside all of them to dry, but by the time I finish the second layer for all this, it should be okay to put away. And I try not to get as much color because I don't want to waste it, because I'm not doing the whole paper. It's actually really soothing to do this. I really like doing swatches, even if I got nothing to do, you know, just doing it when you don't have ideas or whatever. I just play with the color that makes us happy, right? So that is what we are getting the colors for, to make us happy. I feel like everybody was saying how they got more time and they're doing more arts and stuff, but I feel like sometimes although I paint still, but I feel like I may have painted a little bit less than before, just because I guess the stress that I'm experiencing, or because I have a daughter and she is always home, so I have to watch her as well. I can just do my own thing. I don't know. But anyhow, like playing with your color is really therapeutic. So you should definitely try it. Even if you don't have any idea about what to paint, whatever, just get your color out, play with it. And sometimes, although I do my own thing mostly, but sometimes I try to follow some tutorials online too, because when I'm doing that, my brain is not really working the same way, because I'm really enjoying the color, enjoying the painting, but I'm not thinking as much. So that is, to me, is a little bit different than just painting on your own. There are a lot of easy tutorial out there on YouTube as well that you can find. I try to make my lines as straight as possible, but I'm not too picky about it. As long as they look okay, you know, not too messy, not too off, that is fine with me. So it seems like the color are mainly really pre-transparent, which is a good thing for watercolor. And yet it's pretty-vibrant. But usually for colors like purple, violets, they're less, I can't talk. The night freshness is a little bit not as good usually, so I'm a little bit worried about it. But as I said, like for this set, I plan to use it on my journaling or other, you know, or sketchbook, which, you know, it's not something that I will sell or whatever. So that should be fine. That is okay, totally fine. Especially you are not exposing it to any sunlight. It doesn't really matter. And I feel like the price point is good too for people who may have a hard time when they're starting. if you get too expensive a set, you may not want to try it. You are afraid that, oh, you know, just like the paper, I suggest you get like the best paper, because the paper is more important than watercolor if you are a beginner. I mean, if you are a beginner, I'm telling you, but for anyone who's playing with watercolor, the paper makes much more difference than even the watercolor paint. Although it will still make a difference, but you know, but paper is number one, paint is just number two. So for people like beginners, and when they are not sure if they are into it, maybe, or if they are into it, but you know, they feel pressured when they are using a very expensive set, this is a really good starting point. You know, the price point is so affordable, and just get a pack of inexpensive paper. Then here you go, you can go, you know, you can start. And I would still suggest getting 100% cotton, because I have better luck with those usually. But you know, some of them are not as expensive, so you can test different paper out. But at least the paint, when they are not as expensive, then you can try it out without a lot of pressure. Just have fun with it instead. So far, I feel like the color payoff is really good. It's surprisingly, I would expect that I have to dip it in the colors more when I do the swatch, but not really. It is pretty good, and especially because I'm using a number 8 brush, and it holds a lot of water, and so to be fair to it, it's just you know, the brush that I'm using. That's why sometimes I have to dip into it twice, you know, or more, because I'm holding, like I didn't dry my brush a little bit before I dab into it, just because I want to make sure that it's wet. But when you are doing the real watercoloring, then usually, you know, you wait till it's all wet, so that is a different story. So I feel like the payoff is really good, and the price point especially is really good. If you look at it, so you can see that you can get some really vibrant color if you feel like this is too light. But for watercolor, like, this is actually a good color already. And sometimes people do not want to start with something too like a set too big, just because there are too many choices. When you have too many choices, sometimes you're not sure you know, which color to use. However, I feel like you can still limit your palette by picking out certain colors, and if you swatch your colors ahead of time, then you can look at the picture that you're painting if you have a reference photo, and then feel like, oh, which color will I be using, and then limit it to not too many of them, and then you will be good to go. You know, you can still do that. So those are a little bit more wet. I'm going to set them aside and let them dry a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch the rest of it and speed the video up again. So those are fluorescent colors that I'm swatching, like those 5. And as you can see, they are really bright. It may be good. I'm just like brainstorming here, and I'm thinking maybe it will be good for certain scenes where you have some street lights or some signs that are neon color, kind of neon signs that may be really like the color will really pop. Are you just like me? Always dip into the wrong water and then you have to redo it. I sometimes do that. So overall, I think so far I've swatched almost like the majority of the colors, and I like the colors pretty much as I said, and I feel like the quality is actually better than what I thought it would be because of the price point. I'm tempted to compare it with my White Night set. I was going to compare it, but then my White Night set is still in my office, which I have not been back since March. So I don't have it. I will get it soon probably, but maybe next time. I promised long ago that I will be eventually doing like flipping through all the color swatch that I have. So maybe in that video I can compare it a little bit so that you can see the difference. But white light color, although their price point is low as well, not as high as others, but they are like fast. So but the price point is still a little bit higher. So I just made 2 mistakes. One is I touched the surface when it's wet, and second, I find that I didn't take out my brush. That is a big no-no, because if we just put it in the water, first of all, the tip won't hold as well. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't thinking. And then the other thing is the glue that hold the brush and the parts together may come off, and so it will damage the brush in the long run. So never ever do that. That was a mistake. So here, the last row, the last column is just white and then the metallic colors. So Interesting. I feel like the white is actually a little bit semi-transparent, which I'm sure like if you want it to be totally transparent, you can add more water or whatever, but it's good. Some people don't like having white and black in their palette because they feel like it's a waste of color, because white, basically you use the paper, right? And you just leave the space and use white, and if you want it to be black, basically you can mix burnt sienna with ultramarine blue, for example, to make your own, and that will look a little bit more interesting too. So, you know, but this set, they do have black and white. I don't use them as often, but given the price point, I don't really mind them being here as much. So here, I'm really excited. Let's see if this is good. Metallic white. Okay. I don't know if you can see the sheen. Let me just get a little bit more. Because, you know, by definition, if it's white, it's really hard to see, right? So, but I feel like it is actually pretty good. You know, of course, it's not like the most metallic watercolor in the world, but then given the price point again, this is pretty good. If you can see it, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. And again, I'm going to scan the entire all the swatch cards onto my website. I'm still fixing my website. It's really frustrating. I don't know why it keeps saying that it's not secure to go in. I get the certificates already, but it's still saying that it's not secure to get in. I can get in because I know that it is secure and I go in, but I'm afraid like people won't go in because they are afraid like what is happening there? Why does it say that? Although I get the certificates already, and both my husband and my brother are IT people, so I'm asking for their help. Still, you know how guys sometimes they are not as like don't react as quickly. I'm sorry for the guy viewers here. But you know, sometimes that happens. So I'm still asking for their help to figure out what it is, and I may be changing my my host for the website. So hopefully that will solve the problem. So we will see what happens there. So this is the gold, metallic gold. It's not bad. It is not as vibrant as some Japanese one that I got before. But again, like given the price point, right? So let's try to add another layer to it because as I said, I got a lot of water on my brush today. But I don't want to do every single one differently. As I go along, you know, I realize, oh, maybe, you know, less water may be better. But then I don't want to change it because then you cannot compare like every single color. I want it to be, you know, doing it the same way. I don't know how good the scanning will be because usually metallic colors, when you scan it, it may not show as well. But this is pretty good. From my eye, you know, it looks really good. Maybe I should show it this way, right? Okay. So I'm most excited of this color. That is metallic browns, and that will probably be the one that I use the most, especially for my crafts. I do paper crafts as well, and sometimes adding some metallic color there may give you a very different feel. It's almost like whimsical, and this one is nice. Look, it is very nice. So let me get a little bit more. Oh, I'm really excited to try to use this color. I don't really use metallic colors in my art. I don't. I don't know. I just don't. But maybe it's time to try to incorporate it. I don't know. Oh, dip into the warm water again. Even when you add water to it, you can still see the metallic color reflecting the light. So let me show you this way, right? So it's fun to play with. It's fun. All right, last two colors, last but not least, and then I will still have to do the size swatch. So this is the metallic purple. Looks really nice. I don't know how it will come out. Wow. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of mermaid here. If you see the real thing is almost like purplish but pinkish, like depending on the angle you look at it, it's almost like it's changing color. Wow, this is really cute. Part of why I want to get this set is because of the metallic colors. I want to see how good they are, and especially you know, some brands their metallic colors are really expensive, but the entire set is like $20 to $23. I feel like, oh, that is totally worth it, you know. All right, so when I add the second layer, like more color, I should say, not the second layer, like I just, because I feel like that I didn't get enough color the first time, it feels more pink. You would think, you know, it should look more purplish, but no, it looks more pink. Interesting. So I'll let you see this, and then after I add the size swatch, I will show it to you again. Okay, now going on to the green. I don't see the shimmer as much, but maybe it's just my angle. I see some of it, but not as much as the purple one. I guess because I'm comparing to the purple one, that's why I feel like I don't see a lot. But if you are comparing it to the white, then definitely like you see more here. But okay, so let's see. You know, I just want the line to be straight there, although I know that I shouldn't touch it. So here, right, you can still see, but it's wet too, so you don't know like if it's just the wetness or it's the color. So let me try to add another. I'm curious, so let me just add more color to it to see how it goes. Wow, yeah, that is totally different look. When I add more, maybe I didn't get enough the first time. All right, so after I do this, I'm going to get the size swatch done, and then I will put all the swatches here up here. Hopefully it will fit the camera. If not, I may have to you know, show it in two parts. But anyhow, like afterwards, when I'm all done with all this, I am going to scan it in high resolution and put it up on my website. Eventually, when my website is okay, or if you guys don't mind that it's not showing that it is secure, although it is, because I get the certificates and I know that it is secure, then you will be able to see it there. I haven't uploaded the past two either, just because my website was having some problems, but hopefully eventually I'll be able to do that. Okay, here, metallic white, interesting. Okay, so I hope that you had fun watching this video, and you know, I really would appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of art reviews, and so you can catch my next video and I can see you again. I start doing a YouTube video, I think at the beginning of this year or at the end of last year. As you can see, it's harder to make it look even because there is some texture on there. It's not, I mean, it's not hard, but it's not as easy as normal watercolor. Yeah, so I start doing my having my YouTube channel maybe late last year or early this year. I don't really remember because of all this happened. But one thing that motivate me to keep doing it is really the pandemic. I really want to when people are doing their parts of like staying home, sometimes it is hard. So I just want you to have some kind of connection with people, and we can do some fun things together, something you enjoy to forge, and that is really important. I feel like, and that is what is motivating me to do it, keep doing it. All right, I'm almost done with all those if you look at it. So this part is dry basically, so you can see that you can still see the color changing and the shimmer, so that is pretty nice. The green to me doesn't really look like green, it's more like a gray, but I guess it will show if you add more layers. So let's see if we add another layer on it. You can see the green in some angles, but not all the angles. I shouldn't say that it looks great in all angles. That's not true. Okay, yeah. Now you see it, right? Okay, so let me put this aside. And I like the tin. Actually, you know what? The value is really good just because if you want to get a tin like this, although the others may be attached to the bottom. I don't know why this is wet. Anyway, it will be like at least $10-12 already, right? And with this set, basically you add $10 more and you get all these colors. So that is very, very nice. So here you have to press it down, as you can see, so then it will go all the way in, right? But once it goes all the way in, your colors won't move. And even if you flip it, I guess like if I let go, it will, it will probably pop out just because of the weight of the pens. But when you are traveling, at least like even if you open it a little bit in your bag, when it's still pretty much contained in the bag, it should be fine. So this is like still a travel palette, I would say, although usually I don't bring as big a palette if I'm going out to a cafe or whatever. Okay, so let me put aside the water and we can put all the swatches on here. I will see if it will fit. We will see. Okay. All right. Now, when it's drier, now I see the green more. You see it shows more. It's very interesting. And those 5 colors are pretty nice. And I know that my lighting is not the best, so there may be some colors that look as not, doesn't look as clear. So I guess I will stick to this side of the table because the light is mainly here. So I won't be able to show all of them all at once, but that is okay. I'll just show you half a set for now, and then we will switch to the other half. And you can see all the colors and how vibrant they are. And I really like that they have a lot of different greens because I paint a lot of cityscape or landscape, but I use a lot of green. I like flower, I like, you know, those kind of things. And so that is really really a good thing to me. They do not have as many blues as some other sets, and that is very interesting. And this turquoise color is very interesting as well. I really like this grass green because it is a really you know, a lot of greens when you have it, they look fake, right? They don't look real, they don't look realistic, and you will have to mix your own green with some kind of blue, some kind of like even sap green. Sometimes they don't look natural, so I feel like I have to be careful when I'm using them. But it seems like the grass green, I can definitely like use it as is, so I really like it. The turquoise color is really interesting as well. The burnt sienna is nice, and I like that they have brown. Why is that? Because I use a lot of brown as well. I just like the color, I don't know. So I'm glad that they have a brown that matches my perception of what brown should be. And so sometimes when I'm looking through the palette to try to find my version of brown, I don't see it, and sometimes I don't paint the things as I see them in the picture, because as an artist you should interpret what you see, right? And so I want that version of brown and I don't see it, but this one is very nice. This one I like. The deep blue is very interesting as well. And all this color, like they are funky and you may not really use it in a lot of settings, but it will be really good for your crafts, especially like all those metallic colors. Now that they are dry, they show even more. And so I really, really like it. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit for you to see them, right? So the color is really, really good. All right, so let me bring you up again to see the whole thing. I'm not really good at this. I'm still learning and trying. So let me show you the second half of all the swatches. Okay, I really like those. It is, the metallic colors are really good, and especially for some metallic colors, for example, some Japanese set that I get before, they have only like maybe 6 colors in there, if I remember correctly. And they are not like, maybe some sets they do have like that variety of colors, but only for that set. And the pen size may be a little bit, maybe just similar, just the shape is different. And that cost me about $14-15 at least. I remember I thought it was expensive because, you know, they don't have a lot of colors in there, and yet it is quite expensive. So this set, I feel like it's almost like a no-brainer, because the pen, like the tin itself will cost you like above $10, and just the metallic color themselves will cost you another $10, and add like $2 more, and you don't even add it. Like I feel like it is it will cover the whole set, so you are basically getting all the other colors for free if you see it that way. So yeah, I don't have as much for the second half, and I don't know what mistake I made. I don't know why I get the green on there, but yeah, I don't like it. Maybe I'll do another one later on if I'm not lazy, but sometimes I am, so I'm not sure. They have a lot of pink and purple, and it's very interesting because like crimson, they have like, I would consider this one as red, but they don't have a lot of red, right? So the primary color, they have 2 yellows, 3 blues, and I would say 1 to 2 maybe red. So interesting. I'm more concerned the night fastness of those, but anyway, like because we do not have the night fast information for this set anyway, so it doesn't really matter, you know, just use it when you don't care about night fastness. I feel like it could be pretty, you know, in terms of like will they sting or not. I feel like it may, just because I've changed one bottle of water already, and look at the pigment. Like there's a lot of pigment in there, and so I feel like some colors may be really really dark, or I don't know. I mean, like it can stain your paper easily, and when you lift it, I don't know how well it will lift for certain colors. So make sure like you always should swatch it and also try it out. It's always a good idea to have like a size strip of watercolor paper that you don't use or from the past, you know, when you cut the size or whatever, and to test it out, you know, try to lift it to see if it will get the effects that you have. So all in all, I feel like I recommend this set, especially because of the price is so affordable. And I feel like if you do have a lot of high quality watercolors and you are not doing a lot of crafts, and you may need to do the professional watercoloring, then maybe this set may not be for you. But for a lot of us who enjoy playing with watercolor or using it to make cards for your friends or whatever, this set is a really good value. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up, and that will help my channel. And comment below, let me know if you are going to get this set or not, how you feel about it. Can you really see like the metallic color on the camera? Let me know, and we can you know, I really hope to have a community here that we can chit chat and talk a little bit more. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, have a good day.